ladies and gentlemen,
boys and girls of all ages,
for the second time running, please welcome back, newly retired, Shaun Johnson.
It feels so good to be back in this chair, man.
Retired Johnson.
Retired and just feel
heard that before, haven't
safe. I just feel so safe and comfortable in here. I'm not vulnerable in here.
I feel like that was it. No,
I don't know what it is, bro. This chair just makes me feel so complete. So, it's good to be back in here with the boys.
You know how I know he's retired, Marc?
How's that?
I saw him had a pie this morning at 8 a.m. and he walked in with some burger fuel.
Yeah,
boy.
mommy.
Man says retired officially, family.
Guilt-free as well.
All right, well, let's get into the new career then.
Earned that.
Let's get into the show.
Play On, in partnership with BNZ.
Play on. Lamborghini. Watch out for speed! Shaun Johnson! Aguero! Bang! It's over! Pass is intercepted at the goal line. In your life have you seen anything like that? Elliott hits it over to the grandstand! And New Zealand are in the World Cup final!
Love that.
Play on.
What up, fam? Welcome back to another week of the Play On show. Sorry, it's a day late, but we gave our mate a day off.
I appreciated it too.
A grace period after the retirement, but we are back. Retired Johnson to my left, Matua Marc OG to my right. It is brought to you by BNZ, Media as well. Shout out to Frank Energy, Heineken Silver, and BNZ.
It's in the. Oh, can we do that?
Yeah,
It's in the game.
It's in the game.
We wish that was the
Imagine that.
tagline. Yeah.
Welcome back, lad.
Yeah, thanks, boys. Thanks. It feels really good to be back, like I just touched on. So I'm looking forward to cracking into the show. And actually just been able to hang out in studio. I've actually missed the boys.
Come on.
I come in, I was like, so what's been happening, boys? What have you been up to? Last time I left, you were doing all sorts of challenges. I come back, you finish them, you're into new ones. Hendo, you won some cash, I heard. So there's been a bit happening since I was last in this seat, but...
The only time we talk now is on fantasy, and then we're better than that, boys.
Oh,
we are.
All right, we just fight and we bicker on that page.
Yeah, let's
And
not
we're
get into
better than
fantasy
that.
too much because I got them for one of my little headlines. I need to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Should we just move straight into
Can we?
fifth and last? Because like I say, we've got to keep the powder dry for those moments where we actually are talking about the things that we want to be talking about. So let's get into it. The headlines, fifth and last for the sporting week is the easiest way of putting it. And starting off with the All Blacks, they run the North. 2 wins from 2
like
games
that.
in the Northern Hemisphere for the All Blacks, including beating the former world number one, ranked side Ireland last Saturday morning, 23-13. They were the number 1 ranked side, gentlemen. It felt different too, didn't it? It felt like this match meant a lot more.
Oh, yeah.
Not only to the boys themselves, but this country as well. We've been taking a bit of jip at the moment. So to go to Ireland and beat Ireland, huge amount of effort put in.
All I've got in my mind right now is Rico holding the Joker card. That's all I can see. That's all I care about.
Such a menace, and I love it.
Oh, it's so good. Hey, when you see him lead the haka, you know that's a statement made. You're in for something special. So just so good to see him get that dub. And after everything that's been said, the picture that's been painted, all the noise around it, like you said, Matua, the jibs, the jabs, it's like, hey, we just did that. So yeah, on the boys.
I think it's good for rugby.
Totally. It felt like
100% it is.
when we said when it first all was when the book was being released and there was all this conversation going around, what did Rico say and what have you? We were like, embrace the villain. I don't think New Zealand's ready to embrace the villain. When he stood up and led the Hakabo, that was like, to me, that's us embracing the villain. And man, it worked a treat.
You're such a good, and I think we often shy away from that. I think the easy thing would have been to give it to Ards.
Yep.
Because Ards has led the haka in the past. It's Ardy. It's a spiritual leader. But to give it to Reeks, the first time that he's done it, understanding the narrative of everything that's going on around the book, and we're in Ireland, and they're the number 1 team. Embrace the smoke.
Man, it felt good.
And Reeks wants the smoke.
Oh, he does. And he backs it up.
Backs it up.
You know what I mean? There's one bit wanting it, but if you want to go out there and walk it,
Talk your
then
talk.
do you, bro.
Walk your walk.
Man, everything about it.
Loved
Everything about it was
Yeah,
good.
Absolutely loved it.
Get that game this weekend, boys.
Yeah,
Get France.
Back into it
Oh,
now.
we looking good.
We like smoke. Let's go and get some French smoke. That's, of course, I think it's Saturday morning. I could be wrong. I'll have to have a look. But it's another very watchable time.
Yeah.
It's like
I know
9
that
o'clock
much.
again, right?
Yeah. Moving into headline number 2, Kangaroos back on top. Not quite as fun to read. But, Jillaroos and Kangaroos have both taken out their respective grades of the Pacific Championship. Jillaroos beating the Kiwi Ferns 24-4. Amazing stat. I was watching that game as well. And man, our girls dug deep. Our girls really dug deep. It was a tough game, but that Jillaroo side had not conceded points the entire tournament.
Yeah, I saw a glimpse of the game. They played them in Christchurch, and the resilience that they have. you can just see they just cover and they got each other's back. And then to learn that they hadn't had a point put on the following, and then they meet again in the final, it's like, oh. And then you see how the first half plays out.
Yeah.
We're watching it. We're watching it in the sheds, while we're getting ready and at the hotel before we leave. And it's like, sometimes like there's like this unspoken, it's nothing to do with the detail, it's just about how much you care about the person next to you. And I must say, like watching the Jillaroos girls run around, I was like, oh, they just like genuinely care about having each other's back.
You see it.
And top of that though, I think, like you said, Matua, the way our girls came out and fought and dug, it was pretty special to watch too. So a really good game.
Yeah, right to the very end actually, and then when we scored the points, I was like, yes, see, shame, not
We
a clean
can.
sheet. Yeah,
We got that.
We
Last
got
points
this.
win.
That's us. On the other side, of course, Kangaroos beat Mate Matonga. Not going by. I didn't know this. They're not going by Mate Matonga anymore. That's the Tongan 13.
Tongan 13,
Yeah, due to some, I don't know, something political that's going on behind the scenes. I don't know what that is, but Tonga, they lost their 20 points to 14.
Had a
Again,
chance,
one of those matches, man. Those matches where they were in it.
Oh, they were. And I think the 3 matches in the Pacific Championship, we were all fairly square. You know what I mean? It could have gone either way in all 3 of them. So to see the final played out at a high level like that, I might touch on it in a little bit, but it was a really good final to have. And I must say, boys, we thought the Tongan fans here at Mount Smart were special.
Bro.
So we arrived, right? Walking in, and you're just hearing it, and I'm going, bro, there's no way that's the crowd. So we're starting to hear it as we come off the bus on the outside of the stadium, and we're walking underneath through the tunnels. And our changing room wasn't actually ready yet because the Jillaroos were still in there. So they just said, look, if you guys want to come outside line, watch a bit of the game. And I'm walking through, and I'm going, there's no way. And I walk straight through, and I just see red everywhere. And they are singing, they're hymning, they're chanting, they're blowing up, your classic, get on side, ripping it, but just passionate. And it was Mount Smart was special to play in front of, but that atmosphere at that stadium, like an enclosed stadium that wraps around, it was ridiculous.
I can hear them from New Zealand.
It was ridiculous,
Hold on a
boys.
minute,
So
they
well
can't
done.
be from Australia.
Well done to the
Loud.
Tongan fans, eh?
And did
well
they all
done.
leave just as you guys were running out?
Yeah, so I was like, this is how it works. So I'm in the sheds going, far out, what an atmosphere to play my last game in front of. Woo, I'm on here, let's go, boys. We run out, and I went, hey? It's like crickets. I was like, oh, what's going on?
Wait a minute. I'm about to put on a show, ladies and gentlemen.
It does remind me, a few years back, the young fella played in the Auckland A final, Auckland High School
don't do them
finals.
dirty like this.
The one and the Eden Park, real loud, passionate fans of First 15 Rugby, and they were the follow-on. No, sorry,
They're the curtain raiser.
Yeah, they were the curtain raiser for the Auckland team, and then I was like, oh,
I know.
I kind of left, and I was like,
It's not a nice
Family and
feeling.
friends,
So
nah.
whoever's scheduled that,
yeah.
You work on that.
work on that bit, please.
Speaking of that game that Shaun ran out to, that was the Kiwis avoiding relegation, beating the PNG Kumuls 54 points to 12. And Shaun, for you, I know you'll do a little bit of breaking down on that, but it was if we're being honest, the Kumuls were in there for a bit more than that, right? They were a hard beat.
Yeah, they were. And we knew that they were these are the tricky games, man. After the disappointment we had last week, going over there and knowing that you put on last after the final, all these things,
Can be hard to get
it
up
can
for.
be hard to get up for. That's just how it is. But for the PNG boys, they're playing against players they've watched on telly or, where they want to be. So they're up for it, right? And we got out there and we got off to a good start, did things that we'd spoken about doing. We got our start right, which is what we missed against Tonga. So did some things, ticked some boxes. But Papua New Guinea, man, they are tough. Eh? They are so freaking physical and hard that it's just like a nightmare to deal with. I swear you look across the line, they're all the same height, right? But they're just strong and built like granite. So, they made it really interesting. They actually had us sweating for majority of that first half and were able to pick up 2 late tries in the first half and, go on with it.
Nah, well done. It was a game where I decided to keep myself, as the score started to get a bit bigger and bigger, to keep myself engaged. I may have had a little dabble.
Yeah, you and me both, brother.
Yeah, and there may have been a narrative going around our fantasy basketball messenger. You weren't able to see it because you were playing, but people like Do you reckon they'll hand Shaun a try? Do you reckon he'll be an anytime try scorer?
But you had a chance to get one too. Casey, he could have given that one. You already
Imagine
got
if
three.
I just tried to steal one off the kid
Yeah, but
on
just
debut. Oi,
Give it here for that.
pull rank on him.
4 in the end anyway.
How good was he though? He was incredible.
Yeah, he was
really
very,
good.
very good. Okay, and finally from me, the Fast 5 show out. It wasn't the final result
I
guess
love
the
netball.
Fast Burn fans wanted, but man, losing to the Diamonds wasn't actually probably the thing that everyone's talking about from that tournament. The price of admission was clearly covered in the quarterfinal when New Zealand was playing South Africa.
Bro.
Down late into the last quarter.
We were down 13 with, I think, 3 minutes to go.
Pulled back, and you know what? I think the ultimate highlight has to be Martina Salmon hitting 11 points in under a minute, and that's just thanks to the power play. The 6-point shot, Martina steps up, ice in her veins, slotted the first one, and then to get the rebound, 30 seconds left, secured it, 4 seconds to play as it slowly made its way down the court, and then Salmon getting fouled or taking contact, and then having to spot up with just under 2 seconds on the clock. Lets it go. 6-point shot. Buzzer. Pandemonium. It was very, very enjoyable.
Yeah, us mansplaining this is
It's terrible.
But you are right. Mark, I don't know how, but I ended up watching maybe the 3 games before that. And I was watching this game, Shaun, but I was like, there's no way. You know, it was one of those ones. There's no way. I started going on my phone.
Yep.
You know, I'm paying attention to Winter. The game's on, it's background noise. And I just hear us hit one and then, you know, another one. And then the commentators start to talk a little bit louder. And by the end of it, I'm sitting up. I'm at the edge of my seat watching the game. And she hits the big one. And I stand up.
I stood up too.
I stood up. Like, what just
I stood up too.
I stood up. I was, oh, shit. That was just me here.
It was so good.
To be fair, I feel bad that we've even had other headlines in this 5th and final. We should have just left it to the girls.
Yeah.
They should have dominated this whole segment because what they've done,
Yeah, incredible.
hey, well done, man. Like you got a nation on your back, and you've heightened, and you've, I guess, rejuvenated off the back of what the Ferns just did too.
Yeah.
You know, like
It was fun.
It's a little bit of a golden little patch here for netball in New Zealand.
Well,
which
it is. And the
I'm
fast-
obviously an advocate for.
Yeah,
maybe
well-
a little bit biased, but I'm a big advocate for. So yeah, love it.
The Fast Ferns, I didn't actually understand really what that tournament was about, but it's much more fun, much more energy within it. There's it's like not taken as seriously, and it's a chance for the youth of all the different teams to try their hand at it. It absolutely delivered, and well done to Netball New Zealand, well done to the Fast Ferns, well done to everybody involved in it, well done to Christchurch for showing out as well. Like, it was a really well-run tournament and great to watch.
Great opportunity here for netball to capitalise too.
Yeah.
Hope they nail it. Hey, my one really quickly this weekend, UFC 309. There's 2 really big fights that I cannot wait for. Michael Chandler going up against Charles Oliveira, which it's a rematch, which will be a very interesting fight. We were talking about this before. I think it's, and Shaun, you don't necessarily agree with it, which is fine. But I think it's not who wins it. I just think you can't lose that fight. I think it hurts you more if you're Chandler or Oliveira to lose that fight. You stay in the fight to fight Islam if you win it.
Yeah.
I think you can fall off that one really quickly.
Who's the better matchup between the two when it comes to Islam, though? Which one would you rather
Throw
see?
Chandler in there because he hasn't had him yet, right?
I mean, at this point,
Right,
yeah.
Oliveira's had him.
You had a
Chandler
chance.
hasn't. You know, at least with Chandler, you're going to get something ridiculous.
Pitbull.
Hey, you're going to get bumps and
Pitbull.
see. He don't need to be winning. He just needs to be on the card, and you're paying to watch him go.
He speaks really well too. Like at press conferences,
See
he
you
has
at the
one-liners. Yeah, he knows. He kind of feels like you're watching like Kurt Angle. It kind of feels like. But the big one is John Jones is fighting Stipe this weekend, which has kind of been like a fight at the heavyweight championship, which everyone has kind of been waiting for a long time. At the tail end of their careers. What I did enjoy though, and I think we kind of all agree that we think John Jones will win this. He goes, I could vacate the heavyweight championship, but I would like to fight Alex Pereira and do that for the BMF.
Yeah.
And if that happens, ladies and gentlemen, that will be the biggest fight of UFC.
Ever.
Maybe that Khabib Islam, the Khabib Conor one, McGregor one. But this has to be
100%.
It'll be in the
Just on the back of
arena
that,
of that.
can I just get a quick opinion on this? Jones made a point talking about Aspinall that he's not just going to give up his legacy for an up-and-comer.
facts.
So they're saying he's ducking and all that, but this was his answer. You know, I'll put it on the line for someone who's proven.
Earned it.
Yeah, but I'm not just going to go with the next hot prospect. You agree with that? Is that fair?
Absolutely, I agree with that. The face of the UFC right now is Alex Pereira or John Jones. And so for them to meet, absolutely. And I do agree with, I don't think anyone wants to see the Aspinall fight.
Nah, I didn't.
Yeah, we would all love to see John Jones fight. I just don't think it's against Aspinall.
Yeah, fair.
That's this weekend though. That's on Sunday, Mark. I looked it up before as well. All Blacks play Sunday 9-10.
10. Okay, cool.
Perfect.
Thank you.
My one, this is more of a bit of an educational piece.
Talk to me.
Toxic fantasy chat groups. Now, I'm coming to you, from the comforts of this room.
I agree.
But I can honestly say I'm a part of one team. And I'm sure if you're listening somewhere in your car that you're probably a part of one too. But let's just remember, at the end of the day, we're all friends, we're all family, and we all want to live in a better world for our kids, all right? So, keep the blows above the belt. And if it's going to take a jersey to swing a trade, let's just roll with it. Love yous.
You know what? I have to interject here because
Marc's our what is it? Commissioner?
I'm the commish, and
He's our dictator.
he,
It does feel like a dictatorship sometimes.
coincidentally, I answer to both. But I think what people need to know about this conversation, Shaun, is that you clearly have the most clout in this room. You have the most leverage when it comes to being able to add a little. What do you call it in rugby league? Is it called luxury tax? Is it a luxury tax?
We'll run with that.
Yeah, so you can afford to say, hey, you have this player, and I'll take that player, and I know it's not fair, but how about I give you a jersey, a Kiwis jersey, the one that I played in against. Now that is unfair.
No, what's this show called?
Shut up. Since we're
Well played.
Play
good sir.
on, boys.
Touche.
Play on. Come
Touche.
on now.
All right,
stop
finally.
giving them players though. Everyone who's into this, you're killing me just giving them players like that.
What do we got next there?
Finally, we have our Heineken Silver Low Carb Smooth Delivery of the Week. And this week, gentlemen, I
sir.
will put forward Netflix is the winner of our Smooth Delivery of the Week. It's Netflix, your little beauty. Not often today, in today's day and age, do you get something for free if you're already paying for your usuals, right?
Yeah.
You want sprinkles on your ice cream? You don't pay for
Pay
those
for that.
sprinkles. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you don't
You're
just
at
get
a
something
flake.
for free.
That's 50 cents.
Now, everyone who has Netflix this weekend, well, you don't have to pay anymore. 2 p.m. on Saturday, you have the chance to watch one big fight that'll be happening. That big fight is between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul, the boxing match. Now, whether you are into it or not into it, whether you think it's circus boxing, whatever you call it, you don't have to pay for it just to see it because you're going to be you're already getting it off Netflix.
Oh, man.
When I say most people have subscribed to Netflix, that seems to be the data that's coming from the internet, that a lot of people have subscribed to Netflix. They're not making you pay-per-view for it. They're not doing anything else. They're like, yep, you're already subscribed to our normal stuff. Here's the fight.
It might be circus boxing, but I'm watching.
I'm watching.
I 100%
It
watching
might
that.
be circus boxing, but you cannot hate Jake Paul. Well done, lad. You've just cracked it. Like, you are fighting the best heavyweight boxer of all time. Well, okay, well, I won't go, but like, the most violent heavyweight boxer of all time. Okay, we'll put it that way. Like, and he's doing it on Netflix. Like, bro, hate on the kid all you want, have your opinion about him all you want, but he is savvy, and he is so educated on how to crack the life. Well, I guess this life. He's done it his way. So,
Him and his brother.
yeah, unreal, eh?
I don't think you'll get any. You'll get no pushback from either Brook and I when it comes to just how clever Jake Paul is and how he's been able to.
He's
to
subscribed
transition.
to the Jake Paul motto extremely well.
Yeah, and
He's done it perfectly.
speaking of clever, Shaun, is there any truth to the rumor that you do have Netflix, but you've locked yourself out of the account?
Yeah, I'm looking.
What?
Is there still like that family share or anything? Because I'm looking to borrow someone's account. I am currently locked out. I don't know what is going on.
Well, retirement ain't that bad, brother. You
Maybe
gotta have
we're
a
making a
paycheck
few
coming
cuts
in,
in
you'll
the
be all right.
household, but yeah.
Play on in partnership with BNZ.
Play on.
Yeah, look, I think this is my time to talk about rugby league, maybe for one last time.
Yeah, it feels a little sad.
One last time, maybe
music.
from a perspective of being in the arena, being out on the field, being at ground level.
Is it like the new Gladiator movie?
I haven't seen it. Is that good?
Apparently that sucks.
Apparently it's trash.
Oh,
But like you're in that
Damn, that
Colosseum.
hurts.
I'm sorry, no, but what I mean was like the
first one, maybe?
Colosseum. Like you're walking out and you're like,
well, I can just offer a perspective here,
go for it.
right?
Lad, you look like you were trying to play for a contract. You're playing so well.
No, I don't know. Maybe I was. No,
that's what I'm thinking. What are you not
let's not
told
do
us?
that. No, let's not do that. But what I will say, okay, I'm going to keep this nice and brief. Let's not get too deep. And, we've done all that deep stuff. I just wanted a few takeaways, pretty much. We'll do it that way. Probably the best way to do it. I'm going to touch on the Oz-Tonga game, all right?
Yes.
Oz-Tonga game. So, like I said, we pulled up I've touched on the fans, but I've got to just give them another shout out. The Tongan fans, they're the MVP of the Pacific Nations. Like
Without a doubt.
Without a doubt, the way he showed up. Brisbane.
I might go one further. I'd say they are the best supporters this side of the world.
Oh, hold on. I mean, I know a lot of my Samoan friends have, they've already got hurt feelings just how much fun that you see.
Nah, I reckon we call a spade a spade. The Tongan fans are far more passionate
They're
and
incredible.
back their team.
Do not need to do this.
I think they're incredible.
No,
I think they're incredible.
100%. We can bank that.
Marc,
We'll
I feel
bank
like
that.
I've
Bank that.
Bank that
Okay,
just so
okay,
no one
bank
can
that.
come after us. And
Still
if you-
685 all day, baby. I'm saying. Let's keep us safe, Mark.
Let's not get too toxic. But
All right.
so yeah, I've touched on the Tongan fans. Now I want to touch on a player, Tommy Dearden. All right.
Oh, man.
My takeaway is he is a freak.
My takeaway is he dummies. Don't go for it.
He's a freak. Because you know why? It's even more impressive for that. Is it's on the tip sheet. Tommy Dearden's a runner. Okay. He will take you on physically, but people underestimate how strong he actually is. He is so strong through the hips, his ability to stand in tackles and his ability to get over the advantage line every time he touches the ball is like it's a low-key trait. Like it's like it's a trait that goes so unnoticed, but you just watch every movement, he's at you. And you ask enough questions, at some point you're going to get a result. And he did that in the weekend. So
It reminds me of
Did it all year too.
of an old Aaron Rodgers saying where I remember back in the day in NFL when Aaron Rodgers was actually good, not playing for the Jets, but they used to run this move in Green Bay and everyone knew it was coming.
Yeah.
And they even knew that they were going to be running that move.
Can do
and
nothing
they're like,
about it.
Go on, stop it. If you're
Yeah.
good enough, try ahead and stop it.
That's exactly it. Third takeaway, guys, and it's a bit of a statement here. I think in the next World Cup, it is going to be Tonga versus New Zealand in the final.
Hell yeah.
Okay?
Hell
And
yeah. Hear that, Australia?
my point to this is we get our best players back for Kiwis, and you don't have old dogs running the cutter. All right? No 34-year-old me in there pulling the strings. We get the boys back in there, right? The Kiwis are in such a good place, boys. Like, honestly, that environment, that culture led by Fish is as good a culture I've ever been a part of. It was the best 3 weeks to be a part of it. So that's why New Zealand's going to be there. Why Tonga's going to be there? Isaiah Katoa, their halfback. All right? Tonga has always had the power. All right? They've always had the one-on-one ability to be flair. But now they're getting a halfback come through who can put the ball in good spots and build pressure. So you give him another 2 years, we're talking here. Another full season of NRL, another 2 full seasons of NRL. You watch him go about his work at the next World Cup with that forward pack, with those outside backs, they're going to be a real problem.
Who wins the final?
New Zealand.
Yeah.
Okay, let's not go down that path. You know what I mean? All right, a couple of takeaways just from our game. All right, touched on it earlier. Papua New Guinea, built like granite. Love them. They are so physical, the way they play the game, you can tell they just love it. Some of their reactions coming up saying, good career after, like I really appreciated their messages and just the passion they have for the sport. Another takeaway, I'll finish with this, is the kid, Casey McLean, is an absolute freak.
18.
Boys, he turned 18 this year.
Wow.
That's incredible.
Like,
Was he at school last year?
fathom that. I don't know the Aussie system, but if he was over here, he would have been at school this year.
Wow.
Think about that. Playing for his country, scores 4 on debut, and probably why I've got such high praises for him is not necessarily what you actually saw on the field, is how he conducted himself the previous 2 weeks. Not getting picked, being in the environment, applying himself every day, asking questions, just an all-round really good kid.
Would you say Panthers environment?
I do. Like,
Yeah.
what else can you put it down to? So, New Zealand, you've got a really bright future. Like, boys, you got some things coming through there. It's going to
Hold
be
on,
a real
how
special
good is
place.
Kenny?
Yeah, Keanu is another one. Like, again, like working with these fellas, boys, it was really refreshing. Like, especially Keanu. Like, he's a shore boy, right? Went to Rosmini College, moved over there for an opportunity. Some similarities, I feel like that's probably why I've got a bit of a soft spot for him. Like, got told he was too small multiple times. And the way he plays the game, it's like I've got a chip on my shoulder.
Fearless.
Like,
I love it.
you can't move at that speed and excel into contact if you don't have some sort of edge to you that is going to give you like you got to make it up somewhere, right? So his ability just on repeat efforts of speed and power is like, I don't know. I'm even trying to think of
Late in the ball game too.
the last time I've seen something like that. Like,
Is he in his natural position? Or do you reckon he
yeah,
can
I think he's a fullback.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's an out-and-out fullback. And you want him there. Like, the way he just injects his speed out the back of plays, like, allows me just to play square. And we had to put a bit of work into it,
Bro, what is it?
you know. So
You say square, and I know a lot of people will know, but when you say you can play square, what does that mean?
so I can just try sit the defensive line, while he can try and make the defensive line chase him. You know, so like I don't really want to give the ball to him with a defensive line already say on the out to chase him. They've already got a head start. If I can sit them,
Yeah.
if I can sit the man trying to chase him, and then he's got to go
Give
from
him a step.
Yeah, give him a step, and he's got that speed. He's already got an advantage.
He was quick.
Yeah. So that's they're my takeaways, lads.
Before we move on, love your takeaways, by the way. Random stat guy, shout out to you. We're back with this. He posted some of your stats, and I just want to see how well Shaun knows Shaun before we wrap this up. Now, Shaun knows Shaun very well. Sometimes when we're having a couple drinks, guys, he'll be like, I don't know if you guys know this, but I scored 3 tries. It was a hat trick. It's actually the quickest in NRL in the modern era. Like, you were just,
This is such a fun
little
environment
gems,
to be in.
little nuggets there. No one else, like Greek English played. He didn't do it.
Oh my God.
Jonathan Thurston.
Are you gonna ask
he
these
didn't play.
questions?
But these are the kind of questions that he has in there. So that one was in there. You already know that about yourself. Johnson is the all-time point scorer and goal kicker. Do you know where he ended up on the all-time try list at the Warriors?
No, I don't. But can I just go like a top 5?
Yeah, you are top 5.
Am I top 5?
Yeah, keep going. Keep going.
I'm top 3? Nah.
You're top 3. You're top. I'm not,
See, nah, is there like a little bit going on here? You're
I
just trying
promise
to get me
you.
with
Look at
something
me.
here?
Look at me.
So
Look
you're
at me.
being genuine, eh?
I promise you. Manu's number 1. We know that.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think. Manu, you got OBs like, although maybe long. Fuss would have scored a heap.
Would you
David
have scored more?
Nah, I wouldn't have scored more than David Futsal. He's a winger.
Nah, you did.
Cut it out, bro.
You did, lad.
Cut it out. You're better than him.
So what?
You are the second all-time
Second.
try
Second.
scorer of the one New Zealand Warriors.
No mind first, boy.
Holy
Yeah.
knickers.
Hold your knickers, all right?
Yeah, I'll
Hold
take
your
that.
knickers because we're going to keep going. Shaun Johnson had 4 Golden Point winning plays in his career.
Oh.
Do you know where you ended up for the most all-time Golden Point winning play careers?
Got to play a few years to get 4.
What, like in the NRL?
In the NRL history.
I feel like this is low today. I'll be top 10.
Lad, top 10 easy. We're not doing it if you're not top 10.
You don't make it onto the stats
Come on,
chart
bro.
otherwise.
We're talking
I'm not
about it
saying
today,
top 5.
10.
I'm not saying top 5.
Do people say that you weren't clutch? Do people say that?
I've been known to be clutch.
Do people say
Look at his face. This is so good. I'm like, wait, so
this
you're
is
telling me I'm
NRL
top
all
5?
time, bro. I'm talking Thurston,
I'm the-
Cameron Smith.
Oh, no, I was going to say I'm the best. I'm not the best. I'd say top 3.
Yeah, you're top 3.
Bullshit.
You're top 3. Go again.
Second.
Go again.
Nah.
It's my boy over here.
Nah, don't, bro. Okay, wait, I'm just going to say this. If you pull the rug out from under my feet, I'm walking out.
Okay, you were second on that one.
Oh, yeah.
But second's good, though,
Yeah,
lad.
Second's
far
Second's
out.
good.
Yeah, I'll take second.
Second
100%.
is good. All time.
Any teams?
Yeah, I'll take that. Wow.
You were the most. Okay, I'm not joking with this. Johnson is the least experienced half to play in the NRL Grand Final since 1998. Do you know how many games you played before you played in the final?
16.
And that is correct.
Yep.
16.
16.
And then you waited about another
I know.
300 to get back in
Oh,
there.
there he is. I knew it was loaded. Go on, Brook. Keep going.
I'll finish with this one here. Shaun Johnson, Stacey Jones, you guys are connected in many ways, but you both have won a very prestigious award. Do you know what that is?
Prestigious. Dally M.
Well, you were second in there, buddy.
No, like Dally M halfback.
Oh, no.
Did he get one?
I'm going to go. Well, I would say.
Whoa, whoa,
Oh, no.
Don't point the finger like, oh.
No. Golden boot.
That's it, lad.
Golden boot.
That's it, lad.
Yeah, Stace.
Shaun, you know yourself pretty well.
Yeah, well, I know Stace won golden boot, so yeah.
Yeah, there you go. There you
boy.
go.
Heck
Shaun
of a
knows
career.
Shaun.
Heck of a career,
Nah, I
Shaun.
appreciate it,
Welcome
boys.
to the west side over here, baby.
We're on now, boys. We're on now for
Make it
good
What
up,
this
baby?
time.
Play on in partnership with BNZ.
Play on.
You know what? I think from the start, Brook and I have been openly and honestly talking about, as special as Shaun's last game was in the international jumper, the thing that really got us off the couch over the weekend had to be the Fast 5 netball tournament. that was happening.
Martina,
you are a absolute hero in our household. Both,
You know why she's done really well?
Go
She's
on.
married to a man from Porirua.
Oh my god.
Or she could just be an awesome netballer.
No, that's not it. It's Klein.
Oh, that's what they
crazy.
say.
Yeah.
That's what they say. Anyways.
No, she's amazing.
It did get us thinking. The idea, so there was a couple of rule changes that happened this year before the Fast Five tournament was being held in Christchurch over the weekend. One of them was an extension of what they like to call the power play, which is the last 2 minutes of the game. All of a sudden, the amount of points you can accumulate steps up in those last 2 minutes. So there's a blue zone, and that's a 2-pointer usually. That turns into 4 points, a 4-point shot, a 4-point goal, basically in netball, which we know in netball, that's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a hurrah of a lot. But even more so, go outside the blue zone, like outside that shooting zone, and you can go take a 3-pointer and turn it into a 6-pointer.
Which was
Come
the buzzer beater shot.
The extra time. Yeah, so that was the buzzer beater shot. That's what, I'll be honest, when I first started watching it, I was like, well, I don't know if I like this. There's too much at play here. There's too much at play here during this power play. I don't think it's going to work. Man, did my opinion change in a real
yeah,
hurry.
quick too.
Because as soon as you pull back an 11-point lead in the last minute and you can win it, that to me is an incredible change up in sports. So it got Brook and I talking. Shaun, of course, you had much more important things to do.
Talk to us though.
Interesting to know.
We were thinking about what other sports could do with a quick change-up, with a bit of a power play added into it in the last few minutes or seconds or even the last few shots. How on earth could we modify things in every sport by adding in the power play? And I want to start with the introduction of power plays to the America's Cup. Now, I know the America's Cup can be quite boring. For some.
Not us.
You know
We
what?
love it.
I love how
Some
you...
of the time, though. Some of the time. I mean, let's be honest. They don't even look like boats anymore. They
Yeah,
look like
fair.
rocket
Yeah,
ships
that's fair.
floating in the water. What if, during the last 500 meters of the race, you could start firing things at the opposition? No, but
What
like,
do we, when we say things, come on,
Like
be
you could-
specific.
like you can only use like rubber band projectile like kind of like slingshots
Slingshots.
over there. You can take out their sails. Hey, you hit a cyclore, bonus. Like, I don't know, but you get a chance to try and damage the boat
Sink
over the
boat.
last 500 meters.
Yeah,
So,
sink the boat.
but just imagine this, and I know we're giggling about it, but imagine this. Oh my goodness, it's neck and neck, 500 meters to go, both boats fully intact, and then they just start fully
Heaving.
honing on each other, focusing on just trying
I'm
to
here,
take out
man.
the other boat.
I'm here.
Would you be like, I've got to watch the last 500
Well, I
meters?
would, and then imagine if they both went down and it was a swim off.
Hey?
There we go.
It's like Sea of Thieves, but in real life.
You two need to get outside and breathe in some fresh air.
Sean's gonna be like, I'm actually going back to rugby league.
Yeah, you guys need to breathe in some fresh air, boys. Too much time.
Well, let me
Studio.
have a go at this. I thought about golf, and it would be a power hole. Now, I don't know how I want to do this. You pick a hole. You can pick whatever one you do on the 18, but instead of you potentially hitting, let's say you hit a par, you add an extra point.
Oh.
So you really you have to gun down on this hole. This hole is so important to you because obviously everything's important. And if that doesn't work, you throw your golf clubs at them.
What about if the power play in a golf course was like it was a chance to take shots off your full round. So if you went over a certain shot, like, do you know what I mean?
reverse
Like there's a the high end. I don't know.
You
I'm
know,
not a golfer.
I
Shaun,
reckon
you know
a
this best.
golf one. I reckon if they implemented, they've got this thing, so everyone knows what a mulligan is, right? Mm-hmm. Where you shank one, you just mulligan, tee it up again, and go like nothing ever happened. I would love the power play in golf to just be this thing called a reverse mulligan. Now, hear me out on this. You're playing me and Brook, me and you are neck and neck down the stretch. We're going down the 18th, okay?
Yeah.
Now, reverse mulligan is you hit an absolute dart in, okay? You put it 2 feet from the pin, all right? You got a nice birdie putt. I then go to you, reverse mully. What that means, my power play, is you've got to hit the shot again.
I can't hear that. No. That. You know what?
You got to
Work with us here, brother. Work with us.
Golf's already an evil enough sport as it is. It's already takes so much anger out of me. If you hit the perfect shot and your mate decides...
We're fighting. We should.
We're punching on?
Yeah, we should.
Is this a Frank?
Mark's
Is this
about to have a heart attack over here.
He's kicked off over it. He can't even handle it. Just leave. Yeah, he's walked off.
Got palpitations.
He's walked
Mark don't even play golf.
and his chest on. He got the inhaler in front.
Boy,
Give
we
him
should
the
do it.
puffer.
We should do it.
No, we should actually do it though. I feel like that's a decent power. Feel like that's a decent power play. I actually do.
Welcome back, Mark.
That was literally probably the best one we've had. But all of a sudden, ultimate anger straight away. I'm like, no, golf is frustrating enough. Imagine hitting like such a good shot and then Shaun like just
Reverse Mully. That's my power play.
Play on in partnership with BNZ.
play on. Yes, it's that beautiful time where we get to reward those as a part of our community. We call it crowd surf.
Now, can I just say, this was always my favourite segment. And then Heineken Silver want to jump on board and do this. This is my first time in the studio. I get to try crack this box open and see what our...
Oh, good luck. The hard part is opening the box.
Okay, you get into reading it out.
Yeah.
And let me try figure this out. Let's
This
go.
is, of course, the Heineken Prize Vault, where we have prizes, bespoke prizes that you can show off to all your friends and just be like, mate, this little wee thing here? Wow. And all you got to do is interact with us on socials. You just got to leave us a message, comment on one of the videos.
Yeah.
We're going to choose someone each week and give them a cool prize.
Yeah, it couldn't be any simpler than that. Some weeks, if you send a question through, maybe we'll talk about the question. Other weeks, you might just comment on one of our posts, not expecting anything else, but you could. Damn it, Shaun. Who opened that for him? It's crazy.
It's really easy to open,
It's
Shaun.
crazy that you
The
guys
prize
left
vault
that
is
half
so
open,
easy.
and now I look like the dungy,
Last week.
but you guys left that open for him.
I
That is
was
crazy.
watching through the camera last week. Going, man, I like that. Maybe that is really hard.
Guys, he's going to be fine in retirement, okay? We don't have to...
Yeah, here we go, Brook. Come on, read it out.
We have
'cause
to
I want to
question
see. Can I have a look?
Who won?
Shout out to Carl Tawa. And the comment is off a post that we did about Rico leading the haka. It's a beautiful shot of Reeks with his arms up, the boys are down, and it's a back shot over the Ireland team. And it just said, Reeks lives in everyone's head rent-free. Whole bunch of likes, few emojis off the back of it. Simple post, simple comment on one of our things. And in doing so, Cal Tawa, actually, I've looked at the full name, is Tawhiti Kale. Instagram name, real name, obviously two different things.
Opening the box wasn't the hardest part of this.
Oh, what's happened?
What's going on?
The vault.
Let's get it out. It's stuck. We're gonna have to send the whole thing. Okay, guys, we're gonna have the new box.
Here we go. We need to get a new box. But
For commenting something so simple, Shaun, what have they won?
I'm not sure where you're going to get this. You're not going to get this anywhere else. We have a Dana White signed picture.
It's Fat Dana too.
Yes, it is Fat Dana.
That's an on. Look, and it's even got the little wee official sticker there to say that it is actually Dana White's signature.
Yeah, he
on
signed that, right?
Hey, we spoke about bespoke pieces, didn't we?
That's it. Bro,
Come on
UFC
now.
309 this weekend.
What a time on your Dana.
On your data. Thank you so much to Heineken Silver.
We'll sort that out. We'll get that sent out to you, Tawhiti Kale. That is coming your way. Congrats.
Play on in partnership with BNZ.
Play on. Ha! Lovely to see you both. Welcome on in to your weekend sports menu.
Oh,
Lovely to have you dining.
hold on. Where's my
Oh,
beers?
my can.
Where's my beers, mother?
Yes, you did, of
We
course.
can enjoy one.
Yeah, you can finally do it.
Order the Heineken Silver, was it, gentlemen?
Yes, please.
I'm going
Thank
to
you.
throw them because they're in trouble. There we go.
Wait, Marc, can you bring the music down? Shaun, 3, 2, 1. Oh my God, best sound in the world.
Yes, indeed. And let's get into your weekend sports menu. Starting off with your entree. Gentlemen, might I give you a little entree of two pretty interesting sports. We've got the A-League and a matchup between the Knicks versus Melbourne Victory.
Soccer is interesting, you're right.
That's on Sunday, and 6 p.m. It's a Sunday of soccer. 6 p.m. Auckland FC hosting MacArthur. Or perhaps it's your Saturday 2 p.m. Tyson versus Paul. Which one would you like to choose?
Oh, damn. How do you actually choose?
We'll scale this and then we'll choose.
I am going to go on Netflix. I'm going to get my Netflix account back. I'm going Tyson.
You're going Tyson.
I'm going Tyson.
Fine choice, good sir.
I'll go the other way. Only reason is I'm a bit worried because I don't want to see one of my heroes lose a boxing fight. in
To a
front of
Disney
the
kid.
world.
Oh, you think he's going to lose?
I do worry. I know it's Iron Mike, but I do worry. Jake Paul's better than most people think.
It's
So
kind
I'm
of not iron at this age anymore, eh?
Hey.
Iron Mike. It's
Hey,
kind of
hey.
more. What's a lesser kind of? What's an element that bends a little more than iron would?
I'm not-
Aluminium.
I don't
Aluminium, Mike.
I don't want to say anything because I don't want to get it wrong.
All right, let's move through to your main course, and you have the choice. More fight. 309, the co-main event, which we've already talked about. Charles Oliveira taking on Michael Chandler, and of course John Jones, Stipe Miocic. Up to you guys. You can either have that or international rugby, 9:10 on a Sunday morning. All Blacks taking on Le Bleu.
Can I just tell the story really quickly? Sorry, guys, I know we're here now, but I've just had
Story
this thought.
time.
We were in Perth doing UFC when Israel Adesanya fought.
Yes.
Who did he fight?
Drakus.
Drakus. And Marc and I were interviewing Drakus, and part of the interview was we were showing Drakus these UFC fighters, and it was Marc's turn, and he showed him maybe the second or third greatest fighter in the UFC, Khabib Nurmagomedov, and Marc had no idea who he was.
I knew
Absolutely
of him.
no idea. He was like, this guy. This guy? I was like, Marc, the name. He's like, well, I'm not good with names, bro. But would you fight this guy here? Anyway, I'll take UFC.
Yeah, I'll go the ABs.
Yeah, probably didn't need that story to get to that decision there.
I am
Then I just had the full-
enjoying the AB, so I'm going to go that again, please.
You're watching rugby.
I am.
Wow, times have changed.
No legs on, you see.
Indeed. All right, and finally in your dessert, just the one. We revisit our Black Caps and their tour of Sri Lanka. They split the T20 series and a bit of cricket for your desserts as they head into the second of the ODIs out of three.
Those guys, I'm dieting. I missed that one.
I'm not liking the Black Caps.
I'll go the dessert.
They were good against
With what
India.
they've
you know?
done, with what they've done up those ways, we'll tune in for that.
100%.
All right.
They've earned it. They've absolutely earned it. Hey, whatever you choose to dine in on your sporting weekend, we look forward to seeing you next week and enjoy your sports.
Welcome back, man.
Yeah.
Lambrongini. Look at the speed! Shaun Johnson! Aguero! It's over! Pass is intercepted at the goal line. In your life have you seen anything like that? Elliott hits it over the grandstand! And New Zealand are in the World Cup final!
Play on.